Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Warbus. I'm going to give you just several updates on a lot of different things that are going on. First thing is today, 12:30, we're going to have our board meeting. And at that board meeting, we will accept the bids for the bonds. You know, we passed the bond issue. The Bank of Oklahoma sells those bonds, and we'll see who buys those, and hopefully that we have lots of bidders, and that the interest rate is really, really low when we borrow that money, that $6.7 million from that. So we'll find out that today. Very excited about that. And so the next thing I want to talk to you about is within the next couple months, we'll send out for bids for the windows at AECC. Reminder that we are going to replace all the windows in the front of AECC, which is the Early Childhood Center in the front. On the south side, all the ones that are facing the street, we'll be replacing all of those windows with our COVID money. And in addition to that, the same time we open those bids or send out for those bids, we're going to also do it for the HVAC at the gym at the primary school. So at the primary school, they'll start having air conditioning and heating. They already have heating, but we'll add the air conditioning to that site as well. So those are exciting things that are happening out at Rivers. Also at the board meeting today, we're going to accept and recommend the mitigation plan that the county has worked so hard to get done, and the city to get that done. And that's another step closer to our FEMA grants. So Lana's been working on grants that we're going to fill out for junior high and for intermediate, but that also helps out at Rivers. So all of those things are happening, and at elementary school. So out at Rivers, just a little bitty update that I wanted to show you is the new roof line. It's designed like an upside down plane wing. So it's really coming along. A lot of our focus has been out there. We're hoping to break ground maybe by January, which is coming fast. The other project that we're working on with the bond money is Kiwanis Park. Remember phase 2, we already finished phase 1. It's Kiwanis Park, which is our baseball softball complex. But as you can see, what's going to happen there is there'll be a new parking lot built here. There'll be an indoor batting pitching facility. Attached to the dugout will be locker rooms, restrooms, and coach's office, and then a new grandstand area that underneath will have restrooms, hospitality room, concession stand, and then a nice press box up top. So it's really coming along. The reason we're focusing on it first is because we're not waiting on FEMA grants. So it's coming along, and at some point, whenever we do break ground out there, probably baseball will lose a season and softball will lose a season, but we won't know how or when until we actually get the bids and break ground. At elementary school, I know a lot of people are wondering why we're not started on elementary, but that's part of the bond as well. And if you recall, when you walk in the main door of the elementary school, you walk all the way straight back, and right back here is where we're going to add 2 classrooms and the safe room, which will be, a library media center. But the reason we're holding off just a little while on that, it is going to happen, but with this mitigation plan being approved, then it will be approved at the state level, and FEMA will approve it. Then we can apply for the FEMA grants. And if we receive that, we could get up to $3 million to help build the safe room. But the FEMA grants are null and void if you've already broke ground. So we want to get the FEMA grants turned in, get them approved, and then we'll break ground. And then once the safe room is built, then we will also refurbish the playground and put the privacy fence up. So it's going to be a long process, but once we get there, it's going to be amazing. Very exciting thing about it also is when we move the Library Media Center out to the new facility, we'll turn the current Library Media Center into 2 classrooms, which we're bursting at the seams at elementary, which is a great problem, but that'll add 2 more classrooms. Crazy time of year for everyone. At least we are on 4-day weeks for the rest of the school year. Good luck to all of our sports teams. They're getting real close to starting playoffs. They're all doing very, very well. Tennis and soccer and track and baseball doing great. So very proud of all the job they're doing. thank you to all of you that have been testing, the counselors, the test coordinators, the teachers that have been making that process go well. Hopefully we've done very well, but we've done the best we can do, so that is what it is. So thank you for that. Just pray that you have a good end of the year. We finish strong, finish well. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.